Hi friends, welcome to Indic Elements. I have taken a long gap to start my videos after my intro last year. First, speaking about the Indian past is an opportunity for myself to learn more. In this present episode, I would like to discuss with you the assets that our ancestors have provided to us, their contribution, and how they helped us to progress as a society. Though we were ruled by different kings of our great land, even when our land was ruled in form of different kingdoms at that time, before foreign invasions, our social fabric was same, our culture was same, and we have evolved as a standalone civilization with uniqueness in language, knowledge, different aspects of life, strengthening individually as a family and as a society. We have and had live rivers with exceptions like river Saraswati, which have changed the course of flow and dried in time, and others like Ganga, Sarayu, Kaushiki, Yamuna, Sindhu, Krishna, Godavari, and many more are still flowing on this sacred land. Sacred mountains, starting right from Mount Kailash, Tirumala, Tiruvannamalai, are still standing tall. Famous temples like Amarnath, Kedarnath, Vaishno Devi, Somnath, Kashi Vishwanath, Tirumala Balaji Temple, Puri Jagannath Temple, Meenakshi Temple, Ranganatha Swami Temple, and Nataraja Swami Temple, and many more are still reminding us our past. India's contribution to the world in the fields like astronomy, astrology, chemical sciences, medicine, and mathematics are immense. The spiritual and philosophical journey prescribed through the scriptures are incredible and are relevant even today. Every other Indian literary work is built upon our ancient scriptures, which we will be talking in short. Mathematics. Indians invented zero and the number system, one of the greatest innovations in history. The decimal system, the value of pi, algebra, trigonometry, calculus, and many mathematical concepts were all originated in India. The largest number Greeks and Romans used was 10 to the power of 6. On the other hand, well before 5000 BC, Indians used numbers as big as 10 to the power of 53. Albert Einstein once quoted, "We owe a lot to Indians who taught us how to count, without which no worthwhile scientific discoveries would have been made." Medicine. Sushruta was the father of medicine, the first to invent the art of performing surgery with anesthesia. The first school of medicine, Ayurveda, was based on systemic knowledge of plant-derived medicines and is practiced effectively even today. Detailed knowledge of anatomy, embryology, digestion, metabolism, physiology, genetics, immunity, psychology, and etiology can be found in many ancient Indian texts. Metaphysics and astronomy. It was not Isaac Newton, but an Indian named Brahmagupta who explained gravity 1000 years before the British Empire emerged. Ancient Indians had a profound knowledge of the origin and the age of universe and earth, the circumference of the earth and other planets. Mathematician Bhaskaracharya accurately calculated the time it takes our planet to orbit the sun to be 365.258756,484 days, well before Western astronomers. Before I discuss with you of anything else, let me brief you about the classification of the scriptures. Though a wide classification exists, in this arrangement I made this to simplify for better understanding of our roots to our ancient knowledge. Our scriptures are classified into Shruti and Smriti. Shruti. There are multiple meanings for Shruti, like which is heard or learned, and others include oozing, prescription, flow, stream, way, road, path, etc. Smriti, which is remembered or recollected. These are the texts ascribed to human authority. Rigveda. The Rigveda is the oldest recorded work of human race. The most important of the four Vedas is Rigveda. Rigveda is the work that forms the basis of Hindu religion. Yajurveda. The name is derived from the Sanskrit roots Yajus meaning worship or sacrifice and Veda meaning knowledge. Yajurveda is sometimes translated as knowledge of the sacrifice. The Yajurveda is divided into two parts. The Shukla Yajurveda, which deals with prayers and specific instructions for devotional sacrifices, and the Krishna Yajurveda, which deals with sacrificial rituals. Samaveda. Samaveda is a collection of melodies and chants and is also called the Book of Song, Veda of Chants. It is basically the words of Rigveda put to music, Atharvana Veda. It is a collection of 20 books containing hymns, chants, spells, and prayers, and involves issues such as healing of illness, prolonging life, and rituals for removing maladies and anxieties. Unlike the other three Vedas, the Atharvana Veda is not as concerned with sacred rituals but addresses the daily problems of Vedic people. Samhita and Brahmana deals with the Karmakanda portion of revelation, whereas Aranyaka and Upanishad deals with the Upasana and Jnanakanda of the revelation. And hello friends, this is the end of this episode, and we shall talk about the rest of the classification with more relevant details. Thank you for watching. If you find this video informative and useful, please like and share this video. Also, please subscribe to our channel for encouraging me to do more such videos. Thank you.